A new research has shown how piece of music is learned in schools could increase maintenance for fighting students. In the research, 974 school students elderly among 11 and 15 took portion in a new draft to learn electric, dirt and hip-hop piece of music in schools instead of classic. School students who'd been at hazard of creature scent of high school while the research began had maintenance accounting records of more than rather than 95% by its late. Several human beings, already eliminated of high school, went behind in formation. They investigated artists' love Stormzy instead of Mozart, got implicated in the piece of music production and some regional piece of music making projects, in association in their second schools. Down there were as well links to human beings take portion performance high rather than waiting in topics such as maths and British as piece of music for the research, that was authorized by Youthful Piece of Music and the study transferred out by Birmingham Town College. 163 of the school students who took portion had their maintenance and grades controlled above the 4-persons year draft, named Swapping Notes, through the UK. It done a enormous distinction to human beings love 17-year-old Corey Dolby, of Cheshire, who was one of the school students who got implicated. It all pressed and I requested to prosper. It has modified my lifetime ever, he tells Wireless One Newsbeat. High school lifetime wasn't as large as I requested it to be. I was lucky before year 9, while a lot of things went sloping. I had complications at household and begun fighting a bit at high school. He says he had lose attention and begun skip training session up receive implicated in swapping notes. This at first time I laid down my hands on a keypad, house while it pressed. I requested to prosper, Corey says. It's not just on manufacturing piece of music, it's on connection in human beings, enterprising by yourself out of your convenience area and making thing large. Corey says the piece of music formation he was taking into account, that turned on job in a record workshop in Derbyshire, as well helping him attention on some topics such as print teaching. He's now student at school and wants to be a cinematographer while he's older, if a piece of music carrier doesn't job of year. I don't believe I'd be wherever I am present order now out of it, he says. In how identical period, it rose by 7% in individual schools. But by the government say they are now work in piece of music organizations to update how piece of music is learned in schools. We wish all school students to include the prospect to research piece of music at high school, how's why it is mandatory in the domestic syllabus of the age of 5 up to 14, a representative for the Division of Formation tells Newsbeat. We are setting more than cash in arts formation programs rather than any object sum rather than pay, almost part £1 trillion to foundation a band of piece of music and culture programs among 2016 and 2020. Currently, Youthful Piece of Music is inviting for an immediate conversion of piece of music formation in schools to do it more than including and more than efficient for school students. In spite high school creature the one location wherever everyone should be capable to accessing piece of music, we've sequentially heard how it doesn't represent their current melodic lives and desire, says Matt Griffiths, CEO of Youthful Piece of Music. Or their accessing is creature confined since high school piece of music departments are vanishing by the date. Our swapping notes study has cement our type how piece of music in schools has the force to assist youthful human beings in several of the big issues cladding them present, psychological public health, insulation and public disparity. Yet just if it is imagined to be more than pertinent and including of all youthful human beings.